Corner, People and Event, where we highlight social events of various degrees. This is regularly anchored by Mojisola Sholada, and she is set for that tonight again. Thank you for joining, Mojisola.
Hello, Simiat. You're welcome. This is Sunday News Watch, and I'll be back to bring you all that we have packaged for your viewing pleasure.
I am your anchor on this segment, Abaru Simiat. Do stay with us. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Now, the news and details. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun said the newly installed Iya Adini of the state, Alhaja Salimot Badru, is a woman of integrity and humility whose virtues are personified. Governor Abiodun stated this during the installation and turbaning ceremony of Alhaja Salimot Badru held at H3 Event Center, Abeokuta. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
The former deputy governor of the state, Alhaja Salimot Badru, who is currently the board chairman of Abraham Adesonya Polytechnic, Ijebu-Igbo, has been inaugurated as Iya Adini of Ogun State, which is basically to propagate the tenets of Islam. The event attracted eminent personalities, including the state governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, and his wife, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, as well as the deputy governor, Engineer Noima Salakoyedele, and former governor of the state, Otumba Gbenga Daniel, among other personalities who have come to celebrate Alhaja Badru as he take the mantle of Iya Adini in the Gateway State. The installation was based on a sincere dedication to the cause of Islam and our democratic principles on the premises of fairness, equity, and justice, with sole aim of
amiable self, the virtues that you possess. You are a woman of integrity. You are a woman of selflessness. You are a woman of humility. You are a very reliable woman. You are a very dependable woman. You are a very consistent woman. And above all, you are a woman who has studied and understands the Quran. And you continue to lead Islamic and Muslim women. I believe these and many other virtues are why the King of the Man decided to bestow you in this honor. I can only pray for you that with this, you will remain even more committed and more motivated to continue to do what you've done, so that God can continue to bless you.
There were goodwill messages from dignitaries present, including Otumba Gbenga Daniel, Chief Mrs. Bola Obasanjo, Yalo Dalaba Lawson, Senator Gbenga Kaka, among others.
She was the most deputy governor that was mostly made fun of. Once again, I thank all of you for standing by this woman, and I pray that by the special grace of God, many good things will happen to her.
She has spoken, and I know she will really take good care as she has been doing toward us something.
Guest lecturer Professor Kamadin Balogun admonished Iya Adini to use the position for sincerity of purpose as well as to continually promote the cause of Islam. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
The Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has described Otumba Akim Adigun as an embodiment of humility whose support for his emergence of the administration in 2019 cannot be forgotten. Governor Abiodun made this known during the 70th birthday of Alhaji Akim Adigun. Governor's office correspondent Yusuf Ganiu again report.
Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, amongst other distinguished personalities, joined one of the board members of Ogun State Institute of Technology, Igbesa, in Ado-Dota local government, Otumba Akim Adigun, on his 70th birthday celebration. While congratulating the celebrant for clocking 70 years on earth, Governor Abiodun described him as a community man par excellence, whose contribution to the development of the state is immeasurable.
You have been made a pillar. You are a community leader, you are a community builder, you are a builder of people. You continue to put the interest of your people and your community first. Again, on behalf of my family, the entire people and government of Ogun State, we wish you happy birthday. That same Almighty will grant you many, many more years of celebration.
The governor coordinated the cutting of the birthday cake. Olof Ilaran, paramount ruler of Yewaland, Oba Kehinde Olugbenle, used the occasion to assure Governor Abiodun that the entire Yewaland is ready to give their total support for his re-election come 2023. The event was attended by dignitaries, including the State Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimo Salakoyedele, among other notable personalities. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
The government of Ogun State has recognized the doggedness of the people of Ilese Ijebu towards self-development and peaceful coexistence, and assured that it will fix the Okunwa Ilese Tele road soon. Governor Dapo Abiodun was speaking at Ilese during the 17th annual Ilese Day at Ilese Ijebu in Ijebu North-East local government area. The Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Chief Bayalawa, was amongst dignitaries who attended this year's celebration. For Wora, Adesanwo report.
Such was the mood at the 2022 Ilese Day Carnival. The bar has now been raised with flags, frills, and trails. It has been a must-watch for more fun seekers here and elsewhere.
I wish to admonish and encourage all Ilese sons and daughters to brace up for more meaningful contributions to the growth and development of our community, as a lot still needs to be done.
Colorful, full of intrigues, mastery, and artistry prowess. The promoter of the carnival, Otumba Kunle Kalejaye, SAN, explains why it was youth-centered.
I think the point is that if our youths are well engaged, you can see that they are very, very productive, extremely ingenious. You can see what is going on. It is the product. We allow them to let their imagination fly, and that is what we are seeing today.
The Ilese Day Carnival has also attracted the government of Ogun and Oyo State, and even Lagos State. Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, speaking at the occasion, congratulates the people of Ilese Ijebu for doing a whole lot of community development projects, noting that his government was in the know of the challenges of major infrastructure in the town.
We are not unaware of the deplorable state of the road. Very soon, work will commence on this Ilese road.
Deputy Governor for your state, Chief Bayo Lawal, who represented Governor Seyi Makinde, who was the special guest of honor at this year's Ilese Day celebration, salutes the courage of Barrister Kunle Kalejaye, SAN, towards cementing every indigene of Ilese together for peaceful coexistence and development of the town. A former governor of Lagos State and Osun State, Olagunsoye Oyinlola, who had been a regular face at the carnival, explained
The government cannot shoulder the burden of building every infrastructure in the modern society.
some indigenes and guests as well as organizers of the event speak.
In this celebration is the participation of the people. I can tell you that we have major turnout at this time. People are waking up each day and getting aware that they should turn up and build their community.
Ilese as a town that is very, very peaceful. The cooperation among them is second to none. And they've been setting pace in Ijebu Northeast.
Observe that it is always improving year in, year out.
There were presentation of awards to individuals and corporate bodies, while no fewer than 40 social and business associations displayed their presence and wares at the peaceful 17th annual convocation of the Ilese people, organized by the Ilese Development Council at the pitch of the Ogun State College of Technology, Ilese, Ogun State. The Dagurewe of Idowa Ijebu, Oba Yunusa Adekoya, who represented the Awujale of Ijebu land, Oba Kayode Adetono, at the occasion, led other traditional rulers to the ceremony. Adefowora Adesanwo, OGTV News.
And away from celebration to the creative industry, it is pertinent that the creative industry and its consumers work together to protect the intellectual property rights instead of being at loggerheads, as ultimately both sides get affected. Practitioners in the industry critically analyze the effect and its toll on piracy and intellectual theft of innovation creativity. Margaret Okunola has the details.
No discussion on intellectual property rights is complete without mentioning the problem of piracy around the world. Piracy entails copying, stealing, reproducing, transmitting, and selling of intellectual property of an individual without his or her express consent and written approval, as well as without paying that person the royalties due to him or her. Piracy pertains to buying intellectual property products at deeply discounted prices, since the products would have been pirated. There are no costs for the pirates except the minimal cost of reproduction. The range of such products can include software, movies, music, books, and even pharmaceuticals, and other works of art that would have been produced at great cost by the inventor. To Afiz Oyetoro, an actor, producer, and presenter, he said the arrival of Tom, Dick, and Harry into the media space is major threat, causing irregularities in the media space.
There's more access to information, to creativity, to content creation, and there's no censor again. Anybody can do anything now without being censored.
Razak Oyadiran insisted that theater is an essential course that is studied. Anyone coming into the industry must be ready to uphold and play by the ethics around the profession.
Theater is an industry that people go to university to study for as high as PhD. And we are saying that even if you cannot go to the university to study theater, get somebody who is an accomplished practitioner who can put you through. Because in the process of doing that, there are so many things you expect of a practitioner, and that is what matters, ethics of the industry.
Taiwo Ajayi Lyset, another prominent actress, is of the opinion that governments should pay more attention to creative individuals because the populace gravitate towards their creative instincts and works.
The job of the government is to facilitate, is as an enabler, is to make sure that people who produce for the betterment of the society, that they're protected, so that they can benefit not just other people, but the people who produce these things.
Tunde Kelani, a popular producer and movie maker, opined that the digital space and era is a mixture of blessing and curse.
When it's in digital, it's very easy to pirate. So it is, it has to be a collective responsibility to reduce piracy, from our own
government policies, and then keeping the law and respecting intellectual property.
They emphasized that piracy thrives on the human desire to get something for free. And unless this aspect is taken into account, the industry as well as consumers would continue to be at loggerheads. They agreed that stakeholders should come together as it is time for the world to evolve rules that will guide the future of the digital age. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, to extend voters' registration or face legal action. The group made this known in a letter dated 13th of August 2022 and signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Uluwadare. This was made known in a statement by the group asking INEC to immediately give 7 million Nigerians who have carried out their voter registration online the time and opportunity to complete the process so that they can obtain their permanent voter card and exercise their right to vote. INEC recently disclosed that out of 10,487,972 Nigerians who carried out their pre-registration online, only 3,444,378 completed the process at the physical center. This represented just 32.8% of completed online registration, SERAP noted. The Nigeria Customs Service says plans are ongoing to deploy drones and other technologically advanced facilities to the country's borders in its bid to curb smuggling. The Public Relations Officer of Customs Deputy Controller Timi Bomodi said in Abuja that technology would help tackle the menace. He said one of the major efforts in that regard was deploying technology like drones, non-intrusive inspection at the borders, and a lot of other things that are in the pipeline. Bomodi said progress had been made with regard to the concession agreement or modernization agreement with Huawei Company and other technical partners in that regard. According to him, the development will enhance the process of assessing potential danger as well as how to tackle them. On calls in some quarters for deployment of more manpower at the borders, the customs spokesperson said the borders were too large to be fully covered by manpower. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says it has intercepted no fewer than 442 parcels of crystal methamphetamine at the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. This is contained in a statement by the Director, Media and Advocacy, NDLEA, Mr. Femi Babafemi, on Sunday in Abuja. Babafemi said that the drugs were concealed in heads of fish packed in cartons for export to Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. It said that the 11.90 kilogram consignment was brought to the Skyway Aviation Handling Company, PLC, shared of the airport on August 5 by a freight agent from Yagba West local government of Kogi. Babafemi said that the agent was promptly arrested upon the discovery that the 7 cartons it presented for export contained parcels of the dangerous drug. According to him, the items were wrapped with foil paper and concealed in the heads of hundreds of smoked catfish. 8-day fidal prayers have been held for the repose of the soul of the former permanent secretary of the Ogun State Ministry of Fiscal Planning and Development, Alhaji Abdulganiyu Adetunji Kanimodo, who died on the 5th of August 2022. The fidal prayers, which was held at the auditorium of Ijebu-Ode Central Mosque Hall, was a roll call of who is who in the society. Benga Adekoya's report is presented in this package.
Alhaji Abdulganiyu Adetunji Kanimodo, the former permanent secretary of the Ogun State Ministry of Physical Planning and Development, who bade the world goodbye at the age of 59. In his lecture at the fidal prayers that had in attendance Muslim clerics in Ijebu land, and Ogun State at large, body of permanent secretaries in Ogun State, Association of Senior Civil Servants, Nigeria Institute of Management, retired and in Ogun State, family, friends, the chief imam Ejalonibu Central Mosque in Abeokuta, Alhaji Oyeniyi Aruno, enjoined Muslim faithful to fear God and serve him wholeheartedly. The Ogun State Head of Service, Dr. Nafi Olatunde Aigoro, led other prominent personalities present at the event to speak glowingly about the life and times of the deceased.
Demise has been that of very shocking, but who are we to question or to query Almighty God, who is the creator? He gives and takes. So it was quite shocking. We never expected it.
Of the human, and demonstrated very well that the development of human labor and the sea. Very humble, very effective, and I rather say it's a silent achievement.
Alhaji Abdurrafiu Kanimodo, who spoke on behalf of the family, appreciated the gesture of the Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, body of permanent secretaries, and as well as the entire workforce of Ogun State for giving their son a befitting burial.
Very much. He was there at the hospital, he was there at the burial, he was there throughout. Mr. Kennedy Osaya, the permanent secretary, Mr. Showay, the body of permanent secretaries of morning, we thank you. God will thank you for it.
Alhaji Abdulganiu Adetunji Kanimodo was born on 10th May 1963 to the family of Kanimodo in Ijebu-Ode and was a versatile administrator who worked in various government agencies such as Ogun State Television, Ogun State Print Corps, Pioneer Registrar Tai Sholari College of Education, Omu Ijebu, and several ministries before he rose through the ranks to become the permanent secretary in the Ogun State Civil Service. He is survived by wives and children.
May his soul continue to rest in peace. On a sad note again, the Jigawa state government has confirmed the deaths of 50 persons, with many others displaced as flood ravages parts of the state. The executive secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, Sani Yusuf, who made the disclosure while briefing newsmen in Jutse, said the flood also destroyed thousands of houses in the state. Yusuf stated that the situation had forced many Jigawa residents to take refuge in other places, including government buildings. It was gathered that the state government accommodated many displaced persons in 11 temporary camps. Some of the victims are from Balangu village, where no fewer than 237 houses were submerged under water and destroyed, with 4 people dead. And finally, on sport, the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games came to an end, with Nigeria emerging